Abu 7. We have what they're describing as a black swan type of an event, a solar superstorm type of an event that could hit the Earth and prompt an internet apocalypse here around the entire globe, and that this could last for several months. And we've talked about the different things in the past that could spark an outage, like an EMP or even a CME from the sun, which is a coronal mass ejection. This is exactly what they're looking at in this type of situation. They're saying that it's one of the greatest dangers that we face. And anytime they start to throw these little stories out there, I make note of it because you just never know what's coming around the corner with staged events. And I put nothing past the governments of this globe to make something seem like it's something else as well. Okay, with all the technology at their fingertips, anything is possible these days. And we know that the power grid, oil and gas pipelines, network cables, these are among the most vulnerable in an impact like that. Because what happens here is you get these geomagnetically induced currents. They're called GICs when a CME hits the Earth, and they can be made other ways. When they hit these vulnerable cables, they can down them. And let's look at the cables on the bottom of the ocean, for instance. They're saying they have no idea how long that it would take to repair those cables if they were massively damaged. Now, they go on to say that during something like this, places like Singapore would maintain good connectivity to neighboring countries, while cities in China would be more likely to lose connectivity in terms of places like India, because China connects with much longer cables. So they're stressing the length of the cables in this and these currents that can cause a disruption. And the biggest thing out of all this is they're warning that the internet could be down for months. That right there is the main thing I want folks to prepare for. I've been saying get ready for a lights out situation for a decade. Not sure who's listened, but lights out, internet out, all the same here when stuff goes down and people don't have access to banking, can't go places, the gas pumps don't work, and all that. So, I'm going to leave a link. Make sure to join me for the live streams. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern over on D-Live. It's going down where I talk about stories like this and a whole lot more censorship-free. I hope to see you guys over there. This has been Dabu7. Eyes to the skies.
Hey, Shalom, Akim, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors unto the elders, the apostles of Great Millstone. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Real quick, it says Rare Black Swan Event. All right. I remember we went into some things on Black Swan events, meaning about a particular event that is known to cause disruption or chaos, or a black swan event is something that's out of the norm. Unusually, that happens. Basically, like a major prophecy, like the whole Scene 19. That's what considered a black swan event. You know, let me see, black swan event. You get the definition of it. And it's funny, it says 3 hours. It says, are we facing apocalypse of black swan events? Those are the prophecies. All right. But it says the black swan theory, or theory of black swan events, is a metaphor that describes an event that comes as a surprise. Okay. Didn't Yahweh Shai said that, behold, I come as a thief in the night. Okay. And it's going to be surprised. So the second coming of the Lord will be none other than a black swan event. Why? Because, hey, nobody is looking forward to it. Out of all the prophecies that's coming to pass, people are still in that lackadaisical type mindset that encourages them to continue with their daily lives and so forth. So that's the black swan event. It says here comes with a surprise, has major effect, and it's often and appropriately rationalized after the fact with the benefit of hindsight. All right, like I said, the event that hit the world stage last year. Okay, well, allegedly it's been out longer than that, but they didn't really speak on it until, of this current situation. So that's considered a black swan event. And he's talking about internet outages and power outages and grid shutdown, which we've been speaking on that for a long time. All right, and when these things happen, you're gonna know that they're happening, and this is the best thing that can possibly happen for Babylon, because we can say this: just social media alone, okay, people have lost their identities, people have lost their mindset, their livelihoods, even their lives in some cases, based on this media platform nonsense. And it's a video which was on, I believe it was on Netflix. It is called the Social Dilemma. Very good documentary. I encourage brothers and sisters out there and you newcomers to watch that. It's called The Social Dilemma. Last time I checked, it was on Netflix. But that's actually a good series, or a good show, which shows how the mind was conditioned to be sought after today's current internet age, or the technological age. And these people, they're freaking gone, man. All right, it's to the point that people can't take a piss without having their cell phones. And believe it or not, we're a victim of it too. Because at times, man, I find myself taking my phone where I'm going. You know why? Because I'm either researching, I'm watching videos, or, looking something up. Your whole life is in your phone. But I remember simpler times where we didn't have this madness. When you had to actually look at a book, or had to actually do this or that, where you had to actually go to the person's house and ask if they can come outside, etc. Now you just have the shit on a damn cell phone. I can send a text, hey, I'm outside, come outside, bro. And bam, we're here with it, man. Okay? So this would be the best thing to clean up a lot of these narcissistic individuals, because without power, without money, without internet, without, things to give your daily life, lively activities, it humbles you. Okay, like the Most High said, hey, the pride should be brought low. Okay, because you people are extremely proudful, because you have luxury, or you have what they will call comfortability or convenience right at your or right at your fingertips. But the days we're coming into is not going to be so convenient. Okay, and they're showing you that right now with the certain mandates, etc. They're imposing certain laws and certain restrictions on populaces due to certain situations, and it's just going to get worse from henceforth, because sooner or later you're not going to be able to have a job or even have residence if you don't comply with Esau's standards, man. And it's coming to that point that we all are getting ready to be uncomfortable. Men of the Lord are going to have to walk away from their lives. We're going to have to walk away from our apartments, our livelihoods, everything. We're going to have to leave a lot of this shit behind, okay? Because we got to solely depend on Yahweh Shimi Hawashai in the times that's coming. So the question of that is, are you ready to fully give it all up and put your faith in the Lord, to ask him to get you through? Because the biggest thing is the attachment things. We all suffer from attachment issues here in Babylon, but when you look around, it's like you don't really got nothing anyway. You got a couple of movies, man, an apartment, a car, some clothes. There ain't really nothing to be attached to, and the attachment issues come from not wanting to let go, because you're hoping for hopefully a brighter day. You're hoping for a false flag, like how they have those situations where things get bad before they get worse, and they pull back together and get good. But it's going to be that one time that when shit hits the fan, then that's all it's going to be. Ain't going to be no, okay, well, the economy might heal, I may be able to get a job again. No. Once that's done, that's done. Okay? So anyway, about this blackout stuff, that was prophesied in the scriptures, actually, that happened to Egypt. The Most High said, I will smite Egypt with plagues as before. Okay? And if you understand about the story of Egypt, when the Most High sent ancient or evil angels upon those Egyptians, okay, because Pharaoh refused to let the children of Israel go, we're coming back into those times, okay, because like they say, history oftentimes repeats itself. So once these blackouts occur, okay, these grid outages, you actually gonna have the Most High that's gonna allow the fourth dimension to open up, man, and it's gonna pretty much be engrafted with the third dimension. So during these blackouts, you're going to start seeing things. You're going to start seeing those spirits that the Most High have out here. Like they're all around you, but it's a certain barrier that they can't come over into this realm, okay? Unless the Most High give them or grant them access and to step into this side. But overall, man, you got spirits that just ready to pounce. Like if y'all ever seen that movie called 13 Ghosts, the spirits were in those cages. They were there in the house, but you just couldn't see them until the portals were opened up. And that's kind of the same thing now. So when you see in chariots, That's allegedly the Most High showing you what's in the fourth dimension. You know? So, hey, count it. It's coming. All right, but this is the book of 2 Esdras 15, and I'm going to start at verses 10. It says, Behold, my people was led as a flock to the slaughter, and I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, man. Why did the Lord say that? Because you're going to have straight chaos. You're going to have straight anarchy, man. You're going to have people getting put to death literally every step of the way. I mean, you waking up to screams, to gunshots, to tanks, to troops, you know what I'm saying, to wild animals, to different constellations, to chariot sightings, you know, to storms, to earthquakes, and the list goes on. And it came out too, man, that also during the time of these blackouts, it's called Project Cypher. During the time of the blackouts, that's when they're gonna start extracting people from their homes in the middle of the night that don't believe in the NWO. So that's another thing too. When they do these blackouts, your ass will come up missing, man. All right, and a lot of people get ready to be kidnapped. Okay, straight up kidnapped, taken from your home, and sent to an undisclosed location, so Esau can have his way with you. You know, and it says here, but I will bring them out with a mighty hand and stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and would destroy all the land thereof. So if you go back to Genesis, no, Salaki, Exodus 7, 8, 9, 10, the Most High gets very, very meticulous with the plagues. Psalm 77, etc. You know, he gets down, said, I sent evil angels among them, meaning evil spirit, Portuguese, ghosts, or apparitions, as we like to call them. All right? Those things are going to play a big effect in the judgments of the Most High. Okay, a Michael Myers type deity, you think that shit is just nonfiction? These things are beginning to manifest themselves, man. Okay, things like spirits created for vengeance. Most High putting animals on demons on animals to attack. It's gonna be crazy, man. This is getting ready to be a big powder keg, man. Okay, and on top of that, internet outages, please. When you have no cell phone reception, the average person, they don't know how to read a map. Okay, they don't know how to look up a phone dial. They don't know how to look up in a phone book. Most people can't even boil fucking water right, let alone operating without a cell phone. So what would you do when all blackness comes? Especially you women, when you can't get on Instagram and OnlyFans and TikTok to do your wickedness, what you gonna do? A lot of you gonna commence to suicide, okay? A lot of you gonna go crazy, you gonna bug out. A lot of you are pill heads, drug heads. Like, this is a highly drug culture, man. Like, we was out at the camp Saturday, and we were just kind of walking around, man, and you can see the amount of people that's actually on drugs. I'm talking about recreational drugs and medical, so-called medically approved drug. People are completely out their mind, man. These people are pumped full of medications, and what happens when you can't get it? People are gonna lose their minds, man. They're gonna start like seeing shit. Like the scriptures say, man, I will choose their delusions. I will give them over to their delusions. That movie, what is it, Bird Box, when everybody in particular was being plagued by the images in their mind. So the Most High could allow your biggest fears to come before you. If you scared of sharks, the Most High can have a fucking street shark come up and behead your ass in your own mind, man. Lord is cold. That's why I call him the king of terrorists. It says here, and Egypt should mourn, and the foundation of it should be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High should bring upon it. Okay? We're coming into that time. It says, and they that till the ground shall mourn, you farmers, for their seeds shall fail through with the blasting hell and fearful consolation. Okay, that's going into chariot sightings, meteor showers, etc., weather, all that. You know? Matter of fact, let's look up constellation real quick. Let's see what it means. It's the constellation definition. It goes into a group of stars forming a recognizable pattern that is traditionally named after the apparent form of identified with the mythological figure. Modern astronomers divide the sky into 88 constellations when defined boundaries. It says a group of cluster of related things. Okay, so you're gonna see a lot of activity in the heavens, man. Like out there in California, we had what they called a fire tornado. You know, it was for months that the smoke was so dense out there to the point you seen it travel to the Midwest. You know, it was like a real dense type fog, even through sunlight. it still appears to be cloudy. Okay, you got different solar eclipses, lunar eclipses that was popping up, man. The moon looking more closer to the earth, like you can really reach out and touch it. Solar eclipse, lunar eclipses with blood moons, all these things. And notice after we had that solar eclipse back in 2017, August, notice that all this shit started happening, man. Okay, and we warned people. We've been told, I said, this is gonna dictate something big coming on the earth. And bam, 2 years later, where we at now? Look at where we at. Don't take long at all. Okay, it says with the fearful consolation. So woe to them, to the world and them that dwell therein. For the swords and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people should stand up and fight against another with swords in their hands. Now, it was a TikTok video in circulation as we speak. They showed you pretty much all the municipalities of Esau's conglomerateship, of all of them rioting, okay, due to the situation that's happening over there. Australia, France, Greece, fucking Brazil, I think it's Del Rio, if I'm not mistaken. But these people over there are literally losing their mind. I'm talking about they're in the streets by appears to be the millions. Just imagine a million man march with people rioting and protesting. That's how it is in the world, but they're not covering that in mainstream media. While you dummies over here in Babylon, you just sitting here looking stupid. Well, okay, like you got these people that claim to be smart, but yet they taking, experimental shit that ain't even been, fully put through the ringer, so to speak. It takes between 10 and 14 years for things to be properly looked at. And yeah, you got these so-called, like this one bitch I cursed out, stupid broad, man. Claims she's just in the medical field and all this dumb shit. All smart, whatever, because you meet people, you run into people in the streets and shit, you know what I'm saying, camp, whatever, and you dialect with people sometime. And then this motherfucker went and took both. Back in my mind, I'm like, man, most high, these people are fucking stupid. You supposed to be smart. Disempowerment that. But at the same time, you go up here and you experiment on shit. Like, how dumb can you be? That's why, you know what? It'd be beautiful when the Most High really bring the judgments to planet Earth, well, to America. Planet America. Okay? All right, last precept. This is the book of Luke 21. Luke 21 and 8. It says here, and take heed that ye be not deceived. For many should come in my name, saying, I am the anointed. And the time draweth near, but go ye not therefore after them. But it says, but when ye should hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified. Right, you just had a situation between, I believe, some Russia fighter jets and the American fighter jets. It's like a brief altercation. They flew in like their airspace or something that came to known. But it says, for shall deceive should come in my name, saying, I am the anointed, and the time draweth near, but go ye not therefore after them, like these false prophets, Johanna. But ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must come, but the end is not by and by. Then he said unto them, nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and great earthquakes should be in divers places, and famines and pestilence and fearful sights. Okay, he was talking about a solar storm. That's a fearful sight. And great signs shall that be from heaven. So there you go, man. These things are getting ready to come to pass in a huge way. I'm talking about a matter of days, months, weeks, not no years down the line, but these things are getting ready to come full fruition. So when this man go ahead and get ready to eat that nice steak, that's when the Most High is really going to rain the fury of his judgment upon him. But anyway, brothers, I'm going to close out giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. With that, Shalom, Wa Ba Ba Ba.